right, number 12, the Galactic Knights. So in the Book of Realms, we have different knights. So we have the Knights Paladin, we have the Galactic Knights, we have the Elemental Warriors as well. So there are different warriors from different realms, but essentially the Galactic Knights are space warriors. So they're the warriors that are fighting the energies, that are the light workers, but they're like the warriors, not like I sit in meditation and I send you good vibes. These guys are like ready to tear stuff up, basically. Okay, so let's look at the numbers. So we have number 12. So I want you to also think about, right, adding those numbers together. That's another thing I forgot to mention before, but that's another way to look at numerology, right? So 1 + 2 = 3. So that's the number of manifestation of the mind, body, and spirit. So that's something to take into consideration. And of course, right now we have the 1 and 2. So the beginning and the union, right? So the start of something and the unity of something. So that is just something for you to reflect upon. This card oftentimes is referring to karma, energetic ties, karmatic relationships, twin flames, that kind of thing. So when this card comes up, because it's cosmic, right? It is in the stars. It is meant to be something that was made as a blueprint or contract prior to coming onto Earth. So you can also think of like the space or the realms beyond, and the contracts that you make prior to coming into this earth. So when I see this card comes up, when somebody's asking me about a relationship, when I see this immediately is telling me that this person has made some sort of contractual agreement with this person to experience or learn something. Doesn't always mean it's going to be a good relationship, to be quite honest, because karmatic relationships often involve lessons, and lessons aren't always taught the best way, in the sense of these type of relationships can be extremely like high and lows, push and pull, sometimes with some harsh lessons. So if you had a karmatic relationship, you know what I'm talking about. It's just usually like they're very intense and very emotional, but you learn something big by the end of them. And they don't usually end up together. So that's one thing. Again, depending on the topics, depending on the following cards before and after, but that's usually what comes up with this. Again, we're talking about warriors, right? So we have the male, the female. Again, gender doesn't really matter here. And they're in space. So this is also to do with energy. It's more everything to do with energy. Now, let's read the card. Galactic Knights are here to remind you that you are a spiritual warrior, destined to shine your light in the darkness. You are being called to rise above the lower energies of this world and stand in your divine strength. This situation carries karmatic ties, and there may be some cord cutting needed, offering the opportunity for growth, healing, and transformation. Trust in your higher path and embrace the warrior within. This could also mean, by the way, guys, if it's not about a relationship, this could be a relationship with the situation, with the world, with yourself. And again, it's about you becoming a light warrior. So if you're facing something that's very difficult and very challenging, this is your time to either break away from it or rise above it. So again, it's that energy of the warrior, embodying, fighting, moving forward, rising above. Now let's see what the booklet has to say about this. Karma is playing a role in your current situation. This challenge is part of the great lesson designed to help you grow. Trust the process and the universe's guidance. Even if it's difficult, remember that these experiences are meant to help you evolve and succeed. The Galactic Knights remind you that every action has a consequence, and what you are experiencing now is tied to a past action or lesson you need to learn. Embrace the opportunity for growth and transformation. Know that you are being guided towards a higher purpose. By accepting the situation with grace and understanding, you can navigate through it with wisdom and emerge strong on the other side. Pretty straightforward. Now let's do the reverse. You may be trying to force or control the outcome, which can hinder the progress. Trust that the situation is unfolding as it should, even if it feels challenging. Detach emotionally and focus on the bigger picture. Let go of the need to control and allow the universe to guide you through the process. The Galactic Knights advise you to release your grip on the situation and to trust in the natural flow of events. By surrendering control, you open yourself up to greater possibilities and allow the universe to work in your favor. Remember, sometimes the best course of action is to let go and trust in the timing of the universe. So again, it's very similar to the Knight's Paladin in the sense of like there's a need of surrendering or making a choice or stepping back and reflection. And the other reason why this is also coming up is because in the Book of Realms, Knights can get very possessive and controlling when they're unbalanced. So when this energy comes up, it's not always going to serve you in the highest way. So sometimes it just takes you a moment to step back and trust that you can't always be in control of the situation. And sometimes what is required is just for you to let go and trust that things will come to you. All right, guys, I will see you in the next one. Oh, and take your time, reflect upon this. Notice what comes up, write it down and meditate on it.